What if I told you? An entire empire, cities, armies, rulers, culture, vanished so quickly that historians still argue whether it collapsed or simply walked away. This is the story of the empire that disappeared overnight. No war, no invasion, no famine, no known disaster, just silence. And the strangest part, everything they built was left perfectly intact, as if they planned to return, but never did. Centuries ago, deep in the mountains of Central Asia, the powerful Khazar Empire dominated trade routes, controlled vast territories, and was feared by both the Abbasid Caliphate and the Byzantine Empire. They taxed the Silk Road, commanded a multi-ethnic army, and built fortified cities that no enemy dared to challenge. And then, without warning, the Khazars were simply gone. Their capital abandoned, their royal dynasty erased, their power dissolved into dust. But how? Official records give no clear answer. Archaeology gives no clear destruction layer. And their disappearance is so sudden that many scholars call it one of the most baffling collapses in medieval history. Imagine this: an empire with wealth, alliances, military strength, gone faster than empires destroyed by cataclysmic wars. Their cities show no signs of fire, no mass graves, no evidence of siege, just an eerie emptiness. Some believe they were annihilated by a rising enemy, but the timing doesn't add up. The Ruses were still too small to crush them completely, and even if they tried, the Khazars were fortified and well-armed. So how does a superpower vanish without leaving a battlefield behind? Others claim internal rebellion. But if that happened, where are the signs? No destroyed palaces, no collapsed fortresses, no mass weapon deposits, nothing that screams civil war. Then there's another theory, far more unsettling, that the Khazars didn't fall, they fragmented. Not from defeat, but by choice. According to some historians, as political pressure mounted from the east and west, Khazar elites began dissolving their own power structure, slowly abandoning cities, scattering their people, and integrating into nearby cultures. Essentially, erasing themselves from history to avoid annihilation. But why would a ruling class choose disappearance over resistance? Because the Khazars were different. Unlike their neighbors, they controlled their empire through diplomacy, trade leverage, and religious neutrality. They were surrounded by Christian, Muslim, and pagan powers. And as tensions rose between these worlds, the Khazars became a target. Their unique culture, diverse population, and strategic land threatened powerful empires on both sides. Dissolving might have been the only way to prevent total destruction. Still, even this theory fails to explain the speed. In some regions, the disappearance happened between one archaeological layer and the next, barely a generation apart. One moment, an active capital with royal courts, thriving markets, and international diplomacy. The next, a ghost city, walls intact, buildings untouched, life frozen mid-moment. It's as if someone blew out the candle of an entire civilization in a single breath. And then, there's the legend. A medieval chronicle hints at a great migration, where Khazar nobility fled with treasure and documents to the land beyond the northern forests. Some believe this refers to regions near modern-day Ukraine or Poland. Others think the Khazar elite integrated into fledgling states quietly, becoming advisors, merchants, scholars, never ruling again, but always influencing. But is it true? Or is it simply a story told to explain a mystery no one could solve? Archaeologists keep finding clues, abandoned fortresses that show no sign of panic, storage jars still sealed as if waiting for owners to return, weapons left in racks, trade goods packed neatly. This wasn't a hasty escape, it was deliberate. Another possibility is environmental collapse. Rivers changing course, fields losing fertility, trade routes shifting. But empires don't vanish overnight from slow environmental changes, unless something forced them out suddenly. And this leads to the darkest theory of all. The Khazars faced a threat so overwhelming, so catastrophic, it never made it into writing. Something that left no trace, except empty cities. An epidemic? A political purge? A supernatural event preserved in whispered folklore? A mass evacuation caused by an unknown crisis? No one knows. The strangest detail is that neighboring states barely mention the collapse. It's as if the disappearance was convenient for everyone. Russia, Byzantium, and the Caliphates. An empire vanished, and no one asked questions, as if the world wanted the Khazars forgotten. But their ghost still lingers in the archaeological record. Intricate jewelry, sophisticated stone fortresses, advanced trade systems, and military engineering far ahead of their time. All left behind. All waiting for owners who would never return. The truth is chilling. Some empires die, others are destroyed. But the Khazar Empire did something far rarer. It slipped out of history, not with a bang, not with a defeat, but with a disappearance so complete that centuries later, we still ask one terrifying question. How does an entire empire vanish without anyone noticing? And more importantly, what else has disappeared the same way that we haven't discovered yet? If you want more forgotten empires, hidden histories, and mysteries time tried to erase, hit subscribe. More stories are waiting.